Brian.
Rana.
I know he's a friend of the show, okay? So we act very casual, but he's an absolute Hollywood star. And I don't know if he is on Zoom with us from the highest street in Hollywood. That's the impression I'm getting.
I was about to say, I feel like if David Lynch made Mulholland Drive like a comedy, that's what this house looks like.
Can I...
You know what? I happen to know David Lynch lives not that far from here.
Really?
And I actually drove past his house/office. I think it's called Asymmetrical Films in a sort of stalkery kind of way because I'm
You're a huge fan.
I'm an aficionado to say the least. Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Did you instantly start meditating? Does that just happen right when you get around his house?
I did. My mantra just started popping right out of my
fantastic
in my mouth.
Justin, your place is gorgeous. I mean, we're only seeing the background, but it looks like a Hollywood movie.
What's up?
Stunning.
Look at that. Is that one of the minions from Universal City?
That is Universal over there. So
I thought I saw Harry Potter's castle.
I was hoping that the fireworks would happen at night. I haven't seen them yet, but anyway.
Gorgeous.
Yes, I moved during
the pandemic.
The lockdown, indeed. Lived in my home for 18 years and thought, why not? Seems like a good time to hire a bunch of movers. And
sure.
But see, that makes you perfect. That makes you perfect for our show because we're always giving people advice. Well, not that you weren't perfect to begin with, but you are just like one of our listeners. You've made a move during the pandemic in order to shift the energy around the pandemic, which is what people have been trying to do.
Had you been thinking about moving pre-pandemic?
No.
Or was it just being at home all the time or something?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think on a couple of occasions I thought, will I ever leave? Because I liked my old place. And then just drunkenly with a friend one night was like, maybe it's time. And then put some feelers in and here we are.
Lovely.
How are you settling into the new space? Is it tough to be in a new space after being in an old space
it's very
for 18 years, or do you not even remember the old space now?
It's funny you say that. Once I had made the choice and got over here, I didn't even like, and then I sold the old place and I didn't even like going over there. I was like, that's yesterday's news, man.
I was watching Phantom Thread yesterday for the, I don't know, 4,000th time.
You got it.
And it just popped up and he says to her, he's dying to get rid of it. They have that wonderful scene with the asparagus where he throws a tantrum.
She's driving him crazy.
Why would you ever, you know how I like my asparagus. And he says that, I can't remember the exact quote, but he is amazed at his own gallantry that he even can pretend to enjoy her asparagus.
And as a person who's only seen it once, it's not poisoned, right? That's not the poison.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Very shortly after. In fact, the scene right after. She poisons him.
It gives me an idea, Rana.
Oh, yeah?
I wouldn't mind phantom threading you only because I feel like you'd appreciate me more.
If you just knocked me down a little notch.
Just got you a little.
Made
Justin,
me vulnerable.
Has anyone tried to phantom thread you? Anyone tried to make you sick so you'd love them more?
There have been times where I felt a little, something was wrong in the tummy. So maybe that was what had happened. And
I certainly could see you as a candidate for that. I will say that. I could see that you would have a couple of girlfriends who wanted to just knock you back a little bit and make you need them a little bit more.
One time my Chrysler Sebring convertible had been slit down the top in my driveway, and I always assumed that was some, ex or ex's boyfriend or something. Or I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, what are we gonna do? If you can't really go down that hole, or else your paranoia will just.
Oh, you just pretended it didn't. You just got the roof fixed, and that was that. You moved on.
Well, yeah. I mean, actually, listen. The times that
Brian would be investigating that in a trench coat.
I would have already changed my name. I would have gone into hiding for a year. Yeah.